I don't remember the exact moment music became a part of my life. I just know it kind of showed up, never left. My dad was an artist, so in a way I was raised in it. The process, the expression, the mindset. I was just kind of indoctrinated into art and music before I even really knew what it meant to me. So in high school, I took a guitar class, and the rubric was insanely easy, and I learned most of the material in like a week. So instead of letting me coast, my professor insisted that I learn piano on my own while the class focused on the remainder of the rubric. So I did. I spent every free minute in that classroom practicing little beginner pieces, and over time those pieces turned into my own ideas, which eventually turned into compositions. That's when things really started, I guess. That curiosity naturally led me into Ableton. It's a music digital audio workplace software, and no one taught me, no tutorials, just me and my old computer and a bunch of sounds that I didn't understand yet. I wasn't thinking like an engineer or some mathematician. I was just thinking like a kid who wanted to create something that he wanted to create. So I'd sit there with keys, recording melodies, layering random sounds, breaking stuff, fixing stuff, discovering things by accident. And a lot of it was intimate, like pages from my notebook or journal. So eventually I dropped my first album, and musically it was there. It was good. It was good music. The writing was there, but the sound engineering and the technical side were rough. The balance was off, the volume was off, and I didn't understand the invisible technical world that separates a good idea from a finished product. So the album did do something important, though. It got just enough attention to reach one person, and that's my good buddy Riley. I sent a voice memo to a friend, and he was getting his vocals mixed by Riley at the time, and Riley heard this rough idea, this vocal demo that I sent to my buddy, and he immediately told him, we need this kid in the studio. And so we actually met up. From that moment me and Riley became a perfect duo, really. I was the creative force, the melodies, the writing, emotion, direction, and he was the numbers guy, frequencies, EQ, compression, saturation, side chaining, buses, gain staging, mastering, all the technical tools that I didn't know about. So we decided to work on our next album together, and that became a real turning point for me. I'd sit there asking questions nonstop, and he'd break things down in a way to me that helped me understand how to craft them in a proper sonic way. And over time, it wasn't just him polishing my ideas, it was me learning how, and it was him teaching me how to polish them myself. And so little by little, I began to master both sides. The art and the engineering, the emotional and the technical world, the intuition and the math behind it as well. And that's when things changed for me as an artist. That's when I became a complete artist. Not someone just making songs, but someone building an entire record from the inside out. So we completed the album, and it actually did very well. It is on Spotify, by the way. It's called Melancholy Music. It was great music, and I learned a lot about the music. But of course, every little hero story, I guess, reaches a moment where the guide steps back and the hero has to continue the journey alone. And eventually, life pulled me and Riley in a different direction. So eventually, it was just me, and it is me just now. The mix, the mastering, the frequencies, the decisions behind the creative and the technical side. So here I am. I'm about to do my first record, incorporating all the information that I learned over the years working with Riley, the technical side and the songwriting side, just learning as I went on. So here I go as an artist and as a student. I feel anxious and excited, but ultimately I feel confident and prepared. So here we go. When the waves are colored red, in the water I can't breathe out here, but you float away instead.